Today I'm going to be hauling at least 15 books. 15! I know, you're thinking, Erika, problems. Fix them. Hold up there, you. It was my birthday earlier this month, so books. I mean, I went crazy, but it was my birthday. I deserved it. I turned 22, by the way. Isn't that crazy? I'm 22. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. That was a Taylor Swift song. In case you were wondering, do I look like a 22-year-old? Do I pass for being a sophisticated oh shit, I'm dropping the books. I feel like a 5-year-old. On to the book haul. First book I have is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I already had this book, but it was my cousin's. I was borrowing it and I read it, had to give it back. When I saw this copy at the used bookstore, I freaked out because now I have my own copy and it's the same exact version that I read before. The Picture of Dorian Gray. You know, it's about a guy, doesn't age. The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. I've never read anything by Ernest Hemingway before, and I guess that's really bad. And I'm a disgrace. So I'm gonna remedy that and I'm gonna read this. It's gonna be great. I don't really know anything about this book. I'm assuming it's about an old man and the sea, maybe. Who knows? Adrian and Dalton from Strip Cover Lit are going to be reviewing this very soon, I think, so I gotta read it soon so that I could watch their review. If you haven't watched their videos, check them out. Next, I got Pirates by Celia Rees. This is a book that I read right after watching Pirates of the Caribbean the first time when I was 8 or 9-ish, and I loved this book. I had a copy when I was younger, but I lost it because I was a kid and I lost everything. But I saw this in the used bookstore and I wanted my own copy again, so I got it. I'm happy to have this again, and I'll probably reread it eventually someday in the near future. The next book I have, you're gonna see a trend here, Pirate Queen, The Life of Grace O'Malley by Judith Cook. This is a nonfiction book about the life of Grace O'Malley. Who is she? I don't know. Maybe she's a pirate queen? I'll find out. I don't know anything about this book. Next, I have My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. This is a book that I have been wanting for quite a while. I had seen a couple of reviews for this book on BookTube that got me really interested in this book, but I didn't want to buy it because of the atrocious cover. It's ugly and I don't like it. But then I saw Ryan's review from For the Love of Ryan and it just convinced me. And I told myself when I see the book in a bookstore, I will finally pick it up because I want to read it and it sounds really good. Next, I have Sea Change, Alone Across the Atlantic in a Wooden Boat by Peter Nichols. I believe this is a memoir about a guy who gets stranded in the middle of the ocean in a sailboat, and that sailboat has a leak. So this guy has to struggle to survive to keep this boat afloat, and that sounds terrifying, but I'm super excited to read it. Next, I have English Passengers by Matthew Kneale. I got this book because Dan from Dan Martin, I forgot your username. I will leave a link to his booktube channel in the description. I love his videos, check them out, subscribe, all that great stuff. Anyway, Dan left a comment on one of my videos telling me to check out this book because he thought I would like it, and I looked it up. It sounded fantastic. If you tell me a book has to do with the sea, I'm there. The next book I have here is Krakatoa? Words. The Day the World Exploded by Simon Winchester. This is a nonfiction novel about this volcano that erupted in 1883, and this volcano triggered a tsunami that killed nearly 40,000 people, which is terrifying. And I don't know much about this event, which is why I was really interested to pick this up because I want to know more about what happened. I'm really excited to pick this up because volcanoes are fascinating and terrifying all at the same time. The next book I got is Friday Night Lights by H.G. Bissinger? I don't know. I've seen the movie and I really liked it, and I'd never read the book before, so when I saw it there, I figured I like football, let's give it a try. And I haven't read a lot of books that center around football, so if I like this, maybe I'll read more. We'll see. Fluke by Christopher Moore. I bought this book solely because of the cover and also because I like Christopher Moore. I don't know what this book is about. I'm assuming a whale. That's all I know. I'm hoping it makes me laugh because he normally makes me laugh, so we'll see. After that, I picked up The Edge of the Sea by Rachel Carson. This book is a nonfiction novel about marine life, and I've been wanting this book for a while, and when I saw it there at the used bookstore, of course I got it. And then I picked up Charlie Bone and the Invisible Boy by Jenny Nimmo, who knows? This is a middle grade series that I really enjoyed as a kid, even though I only read the first couple, I want to say. This is the third one, and I have the first two. I reread the first one last year. I'm going to be reading the second one soon, and then I could read this one. The series is really fun, it's very magical, it's a great time, and I highly enjoy it. The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. I've never read this before, and I think that's really bad of me to have never read this, considering I love listening to it and I've seen the movie a million times. So I finally got it, and it's a little cute edition of it, so I'm excited to finally read it. And then I have Middlemen by Jim Gavin. This is a collection of short stories that I saw on Dan's channel. He reviewed this book, and I saw this in the used bookstore and was like, hey, I remember seeing that book on Dan's channel. I want to read it, so I grabbed it. And I don't really remember if Dan liked it or not, but I wanted it, so I got it. Next, I have Pastoralia, I think by George Saunders. This is a collection of short stories. I got this book because I asked Adrian and Dalton over at Strip Cover Lit what short stories I should read. They said to check out George Saunders, so this was the only book that I saw when I was in a used bookstore, and I went to quite a few. I have not read anything, well, no, that's a lie. I read one of the stories that were in here. I read it online. I don't know anything about this book except short stories, but everything that I've read that they have recommended to me so far, I have enjoyed, so I'm probably gonna like this too. The last book I got is Murder at the Vicarage by Agatha Christie. The only book I've ever read by Agatha Christie is And Then There Were None, and I remember really enjoying that book. Figured might as well get another book by her because she has so many. I think I'll enjoy this. I know nothing about it, but it's probably going to involve murder, mystery, all that great stuff. And I'm done. That's it. Those are all the books. If you read any of these, leave your thoughts and opinions down below. We could chit chat, all that great stuff. And that's all I really have to say. So I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.